Okay, it's about 5 after, so we're going to go ahead and get started. For those of you joining me live, thank you for doing that. That's awesome for taking time out of your day. And for those of you joining me on the recording, that's great too. I appreciate you. This is some great material for you to look back on whenever you need to. So we have it recorded. We will be uploading it to our YouTube channel so you can reference it whenever you like. If you've never been with me on a webinar before, this is my 8th one for dental professionals. I've also been doing them for dental offices as well on different topics. So this is the last one for this year. We will kick back up, maybe doing the same thing, maybe doing something different, the start of 2026. So we'll keep you posted on what we choose to do. So for the final one of the year, we're going over why dental graduates, new graduates, are choosing to temp and the benefits of temping over permanent hire, and kind of walking you through that. So let's get started. And again, if this is your first time joining me, my name's Shelby. I am the engagement specialist here at TempStars. I've been with the company for almost 3 years now, and I really enjoy building material for anyone that's coming to dental temping for the first time, or offices that have never used a service like us, or just enlightening people on how to more efficiently use our platform. So that's a little bit about me. And like I said, today we're going to be going over the reasons why, just various reasons why new graduates are tending to choose to temp. And also for the viewers that are here live with me today, if you have any questions or comments, just hold all until the end of the webinar. I normally have a customer support agent with me to take care of any questions or comments you have live as I'm presenting, but today it's just me, so it shouldn't take too long for me to get through the material. And then if you want to share anything at the end, or have any questions, you can go ahead once I finish up and put them down in the chat, and then we can go through those as well. So to go over the topics here, we're going to be talking about the benefits of temping. So having financial flexibility, as well as being able to create your own schedule, diversifying your professional portfolio, networking, building your skills, hands-on experience, references within building your toolbox of references within the dental community, and also maintaining a balance between work and life and your personal life. So we'll talk about the financial flexibility and your earning potential. So you do have a possibility to acquire a higher hourly daily rate, as offices need a temp urgently. And once experience has been achieved, you'll also obviously be able to ask for more hourly. So not being pigeonholed into when you're working permanently, you are hired on at a specific rate. There's obviously, you can move up and get raises and things like that. And the nice thing about temping is that each shift is purely unique and different. So if an office needs you to work for a holiday, a weekend, a last minute shift, they're obviously going to be hiring you for that day, that shift, higher than usual. So you have that ability to make a higher hourly rate. There's also the ability to work multiple locations, obviously, the great thing about temping. So it not only allows you to build your finances at your own pace, but also your experience and your professional references are being built as well. There's no commitments, as we talked about before, with one particular office or one particular dentist, but you have more freedom to explore others in the dental community, other towns, other communities of not just communities of dental professionals, but communities of, you could be working with children, you could be working with the elderly, with needy, anything like that. So it's nice to build the community of your dental profession with your dental profession, not just with the community of people, your staff that you're working with, but also with the types of people that you have experience with. So we'll talk about the freedom again. So you've got control over your schedule, your time off. Everybody enjoys having time off. And as you're able to apply for shifts in advance or even the day of, you're truly giving yourself the ability to customize your schedule. Our search feature on our app is awesome because it allows you the ability to travel between assignments as the radius for you to pick up shifts. It picks up on your address, but it can go up to 90-kilometer radius. So you can really stretch where you're, um, how far you're going to meet new people and be in different communities. So you'll have the freedom to start and stop working with no long-term contractual obligations. So that's great for somebody that maybe you're about to go on a maternity leave. Maybe you need to take care of a family member and you only have a dedicated amount of time. So it's great for anybody that needs to really take a hold of your own schedule. And then temping, like I said, in different environments, it allows you to test different practice types and locations before committing to any long-term position. So as we know, all dental practices are different. Mom and pops or bigger, large-scale dental practices, they all have their little ticks and their little syncrasies that change. And depending on what works best for you, you can try that out, which is nice. So the professional development benefits, this is the one that I really think is one of the most important ones. So working as a temp, it exposes you to a wide variety of practice settings, like I mentioned, and management styles, and it accelerates your professional development in ways that one single office couldn't do in such a short amount of time. The diversity of clinical cases and treatment approaches that you encounter across multiple practices, it fast tracks your learning curve and builds versatile skills more quickly than staying in one location. Again, you're building that hands-on experience, and there's something to say about getting in the office and getting that hands-on experience that you can't learn from just one practice or from school or something like that. Hands-on experience is by far how you really learn, being tactile. So temping allows you to build that connection with dozens of dentists, specialists, community members, and office teams across multiple practices, creating a amazing professional network that opens up doors throughout your career, which is fantastic. Okay, we'll move on to lifestyle and work-life balance, which I feel like is the reason why we all have a job, is to be able to balance your lifestyle as well as your work. So protecting your mental health and preventing burnout is crucial in these intense early career years following the demanding journey throughout dental schooling. So I know I have two bachelor's degrees, and I know that I went to school for a very long time. And after I graduated, I then jumped into my profession and working two other jobs to help support myself, and the burnout was real. And I no longer work in that profession anymore because I think the burnout was so serious. So temping allows you to take um, that time off or time away wherever you need it, just for your mental health, just to help balance out the burnout. Because it's something that I feel like our society is finally seeing, that burnout is real, that we can't just keep going and keep working. So temping gives you the ability to just take a step back and reevaluate how fast you're going. It gives you the ability to pursue other interests, side businesses that you weren't able to pursue during school. Like I mentioned before, if somebody needs like to take care of a sick family member, or I don't know, move across country or anything like that, temping gives you the ability to stop, do what you got to do, and get back to it. And also prioritizing time spent with family and friends now that you're not dedicating all your time to achieving your professional goals by getting that degree, by graduating on time, things like that. So exploring your options without obligations, I feel like is the main sense of why we temp, as opposed to just trying to secure that permanent long-term position. So the world of temping opens up the ability to evaluate practice culture without making any commitments. It's the try before you buy mentality. Gaining clarity on what practice environments, management styles, and workplace cultures, which ones align with you and your values, and which ones don't. Minimizing the chance of being locked into a position that doesn't match your professional goals or personal values, especially if you're traveling hours and hours to and from work every day to not really move in management or in your professional goals at all. And then a modern strategy for navigating your career path that prioritizes experience and informed decision making over immediate commitment. So again, that mentality of trying it out and seeing what works best for you before you sign the papers, before you're pigeonholed into that one spot. So a couple of the things you should ask yourself, that is temping right for me. So it's the absence of the traditional employment benefits. So you got to be aware that you're not, I mean, the ones in Canada, I'm in America, so it's a little different. But not having the traditional like package of what you get from a traditional employment. Um, so your health insurance, your retirement plans, your paid time off, and any other perks that you would like a 401k, things like that, that you would get from a permanent position, you won't have that. Your income obviously can fluctuate. And again, that is entirely up to you. It depends on how many shifts you choose to work or not work, but it is fluctuating significantly with periods of uncertainty between assignments. Yes, your intention may be to pick up as many shifts as you want, but maybe there aren't as many posted. Maybe you don't get selected for as many. So just knowing that your income will fluctuate. Requiring careful financial planning and budgeting to manage the gaps is very important. Being a, we call it a 1099 in America, but a contracted employee means that you will have those gaps, but you just have to accommodate for that. You won't develop long-term patient relationships or build your own patient base, missing out on the continuity and personal connections that many dentists find rewarding. This is something that was actually brought up in a webinar that I just watched, that a hygienist will see the same person year after year when they're cleaning their teeth, and they don't have that long-term patient relationship with them. So you have to take note of that. And then temping also offers less job security and stability compared to a permanent position with guaranteed hours and steady income, which I mentioned earlier. So your career, your choice. The dental career landscape obviously has drastically evolved from even a couple years ago. So it's just offering multiple pathways to success, giving you more options than ever before to design a fulfilling career. A lot of people are they do have a permanent position in a dental office. Their permanent job could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and they work 30 hours a week. And that's permanent for them. And then they'll temp every now and then. And that's okay too. It's knowing that, like, there's the words on the very bottom of the slide, words for thought. There's no one right path to choose that works for you. There's no one avenue to success, is what I'm trying to say. So temping empowers new graduates to just take control of their careers by making your informed decisions based on your own goals and values rather than following a predetermined path. Your path to success is not linear. It is up, it is down, it's ever evolving. Is I think what is awesome about the world of dental practice nowadays. It's not just, oh, well, you got to do this step to get here, to find success. That's not how it works anymore, which is great. And temping allows you to do that. I'll get off my soapbox now. Thank you for those members that have joined. Again, like I said before, this is the last webinar for the year. If you have suggestions for topics that you want me to cover next year, let me know. This is help@tempstars.com is how you get in touch with customer support. Or if you want to set up one-on-one time with me, that would be great. I am always willing to have a phone call or jump on a Zoom call with any one of our members to just chat to see how I can help you. But that being said, If I know we have a couple members here, if anybody has anything to share or if you have questions, feel free to unmute your mic and you guys can chat and talk, ask me questions, or if you feel more comfortable, you can chat something. We have a chat box here in the lower right corner of our webinar. You can type something down and I can respond to you. I'll give everybody a couple minutes if you have questions, and then if not, at about 5:25, 5:30, I'll go ahead and end the call. Oh yeah, go for it. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, I have a question for you. I've come across situations where I'm working in an office and the equipment isn't up to my best practices.
Yeah.
How do you handle that situation when you're doing a temp?
Yeah, so with us specifically, I can't speak for other agencies or other platforms, but for us specifically, just reach out to us at help@tempstars.com right away. They might ask for pictures. They just want to hear what you have to say. And if we keep note of that, obviously, not to like sell you out or anything, but we keep track of like, hey, we've had word from consistent temps that like your supplies are just not up to par. Like you need to send us proof, or like we don't want offices that are below standards to be on our platform. So if that does happen, then just get in contact with us and then we can start taking action.
So should I say anything when I'm working, or just say the mirror is kind of foggy and I really can't see through it? Do you have any replacement mirrors?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would immediately, because we're going to ask you, did you say anything? Did you ask them if they have any other type of equipment? So we're going to ask you to do that. So you should probably do it before we ask you to.
Also, want to ask you a question. If I go for a temp, I apply, there's an offer and I accept it. Would you recommend? There was a time when I had like 4 scheduled, and I took them all. I figured their office location was fine. Would you suggest that this is what I did. I actually phoned the office saying I have all these temp days coming up. Can I come a week early and just see how the office is running? And I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but then there was an issue where I actually didn't feel comfortable when I did that, because I don't know if the receptionist understood why I came. I don't think I communicated properly with how it was going to happen. And then I felt kind of not comfortable there. So I actually canceled the week before I was supposed to go. I went there to see. I actually canceled that day, and it became a really confusing time for TempStars and for me. But I don't know if I did the right thing by going first, or maybe I shouldn't have booked so many temps ahead of time. Like,
Yeah.
How would you suggest I should have handled it?
I mean, so those are the two things that you can control, right? Is booking too many shifts with one office right up front.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have curved that definitely, especially if it's an office you've never worked for, and you see that they keep reposting. I would at least work one before you book another shift with them, because by you canceling a shift, I mean, that's just going to hurt you, your reputation. And it's going to be bad for the office too, because they were depending on you, and
But
now they have to find someone else.
Yeah, but they had a week's notice. It wasn't like I canceled the day before.
Gotcha.
I said to them, I'm going to come a week early to come to the office to say hi to the hygienist and see the setups, and then I'm going to be working the following week. But when I realized that day that that the vibe there wasn't good. It wasn't good for me, because I felt like it wasn't my type of office, how I would feel with my values, like you're mentioning values and
Yeah.
and behavior. And I didn't feel welcome, and you want to shadow. Okay, I understand you're a busy day. You don't want to have any extra staff around that patients aren't comfortable with being consenting to have someone else, watch or observe during a treatment, which is privacy, which I didn't really consider as much. But also I had given them a week's notice, so it wasn't like I did commit, which I know is responsible, But I did
Right.
also offer, I did tell them, like, can you cancel my shift for me from your side? She said, no, you have to do it, you know. So I don't know if I did right or wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we are rolling out a new membership management criteria, so it's not going to be as strict, and it is going to accommodate things like you're talking about. Like, I did my due diligence and I went to the office and it wasn't a good fit for me, and I gave them a week notice. So our new membership management is going to be more lenient with instances like that. So I think just especially when it comes with a new office, I would just, moving forward, just book one at a time. And we do have that chat feature in the app. You can always reach out to the office, even like the day before, and say, hey, I would really appreciate going and checking out the office
Yeah,
before. Is that okay?
yeah,
Um, and I mean, a lot of our offices don't start the shift until about 30 minutes
yeah.
prior to the
Okay,
first patient getting there anyway. So they do
right.
give you time to kind of feel out the office, know the lay of the land, see how they're organized, their expectations. So that time block is already accommodated in most of the shifts blocks anyway. So I don't know, maybe going a week early is a little not I don't want to say aggressive, but I mean you could go the day before or a couple hours before, and I think that would be fine.
Also, can I have a one-to-one chat with you after this?
Oh, after this, no, but you can book. I can send you my calendar just because my office hours are over at 5 and I've got to get to my son. But yes, you can book one-on-one time with me. I can put my calendar. You can just reach out to help@tempstars.com and ask for my calendar and they'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thanks,
Yeah, for
Sylvia.
sure. Yeah.
You have other
So
questions? Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. Is there a way new grads can transition right away smoothly to entry to practice via temping? Like, from what I understand, there isn't a room for shadowing if you temp. Temping seems impossible without prior experience. Any guidance on that would be really helpful. Yeah, so in terms of that, yeah, it's a little jarring, especially if you're going for your first temping shift right off the bat. We have a lot of really awesome content on our YouTube channel. So just go to youtube.com and type in TempStars, navigate to our channel, and we have a lot of really helpful videos on there. And then I would also do some searching of just dental temping, and it'll show you videos and walkthroughs so that you're kind of just seeing a visual of your expectations. And we have a lot of offices that are really accepting to new grads. They love the fact that you all are fresh out of the gate and that you're experienced with all the latest software and technology. So that's actually a benefit that you just graduated. Um, but yeah, I would just do a little bit of research. And also, we do have, like I mentioned before, we have that in-app feature, the chat feature, that you can be communicating with the office before you even show up and just ask, like, hey, I'm a new grad, a new temp. Like, what are some expectations that you have for me? What's something that I should know prior to me getting there? Things like that. It's great to be very transparent with the office so that nobody's blindsided, but that's just constant communication between you and the office. And also asking them for feedback is great too, because you don't know what you did wrong if you don't know, right? Like just asking for that feedback is great. So good question. And yeah, we have lots of resources, so just check them out. We also have a knowledge base of a bunch of articles for first-time temps and an FAQ on our website that you can look up too. That would be helpful. Great questions. You are very welcome. Well, I appreciate the time with you all. We are just at time. So again, I appreciate you coming, taking the time with me today. It was awesome. Thank you for the interactions. This was great. And again, be posted for upcoming new material 2026. I will be back better than ever. So just let me know if there's something you want me to cover, and I can build it out and we can go over some things. And again, if you want one-on-one time with me, Sandra, just reach out to help@tempstars.com and ask, and then they'll send you a link to my calendar, and then you can book for me.
Okay, thank you. Good.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. I appreciate you.